Shalom YouTube, this is your Ark, Yah is Magnified, coming back with another informative video. This video is titled, Sue the Child Support Agency. So with that being said guys, let's get to it. Okay, so I titled this video, Sue the Child Support Agency, for the simple fact of the matter is, it's them who causing the wrong. It's the wrong, they are the wrongdoers. You hear me? They the ones who's causing the injury. Nobody else, it's them, you know? It's them who causing the injury, man. Just because your child's mom went down there and applied for a service, they want you to pay it back? Nah, They know life don't work like that. You know, they can't hold you liable for somebody else's debt that they applied for. You know? So because they're doing that, then hey, it's time to sue. Simple and plain and simple. You know? You have people who want to go out there and fight their child's mom. Okay, you can do that as well. But I'm saying this. How much remedy do you expect by doing that? How much money do you expect to get back by doing that? You know? For your pain and suffering you went through. You know, this guy on the screen, he tried to go out this baby mom, got him nowhere. He lost more money going out this baby mom than if he would have went out to the agency. You see? He should have applied the pressure to the person who's doing the injury. But now that that's being said, guys, let's listen into this video real quick.
Sure, she doesn't go without. But what if, after years of paying child support, you found out that little girl was not yours at all? Would you want all that money back?
The former boyfriend, now broke.
The system's a joke.
The current one,
Don't talk to me.
Any plans to
Don't
pay the
talk to me.
$32,000 back?
Don't talk to me.
the woman who took the money, the child caught in the middle of it all, and the government department that's doing nothing about it. Oh, what a mess. But if you've dealt with the Child Support Agency, perhaps you'll already know what I'm talking about.
No.
See, guys, you heard what the commentator said. The first thing this guy said on the screen when it first came on, he said this system is a joke. And then the last guy who just spoke, the commentator for the current affair, he said if you deal with the Child Support Agency, then hey, you know what a joke it is, which it is, man. You know, people know it's the agency, man. You know, people know it's the agency. I don't know why they don't want to fight the agency, but people know it's the agency. You hear me? And you got to be willing to fight this agency, man. That's the only way you're going to get out of this. That's the only way you're going to get out of this. Ain't no other way of getting out of this, man. Ain't no magic bullets. Ain't no shortcuts. Ain't no secret. You know? The only way to get out of this is to fight. If you guys ain't willing to fight, then don't step in that ring, man. But that's the only way you're going to get out of this. We have to fight this agency, man. We got to bring them down to their knees. You hear me? That's my goal. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing this on my own. You know, I'm doing this on my own, guys. I'm taking my time out. I'm studying. I'm reading. I'm still helping guys out at the same time to try to get them the same remedy that I received, you know. And that's by getting the case dismissed. And now that you got the case dismissed, you know, it's time to do something about that now, too. It's time to get that remedy, baby. You hear me? So, like I said, I'm not here to fight for you guys. No, I'm here to fight with you guys. And that's the whole point, to fight with you guys. You know? And I'm here to and I'm showing you guys, hey, it ain't nowhere for me, you know? So I mean, there's no better person to have on your team than somebody that's willing to fight with you guys and also showing you that this guy's in a fight himself. And he's still putting up fights. You know? Yeah, I could sit back and be like, you know, you got your case dismissed, you know, they ain't bothering you, you know. But nah, that's not good enough. You hear me? That's not good enough. What's gonna be a big payback, man? The big payback is getting my remedy, man, and suing. I'm gonna be showing y'all some information in a little bit. You know, it's not gonna you know, about some of the things that I'm doing. You know, I'm not gonna show y'all too much because I ain't trying to put too much out there at this current moment. But I'm gonna show you guys some of the things that I'm doing. You know, so you guys can see that, hey, I'm here. I'm fighting as well. I'm out here in that field with you guys. You know? Come on now. You have to be a soldier before you can be a lieutenant, man. You hear me? So, yeah. We out here fighting, and I'm out here fighting. But let's continue listening to hear what else you have to say, or hear what else this situation turns out to be. So let's listen in, guys.
You've dealt with the Child Support Agency, perhaps you'll already know what I'm talking about.
They'll hound me to the end of the earth to get their money that I owe for child support, but when it's found that she owes me the money for a child that's not mine, they don't want to know about it.
It started well, and not long after Andrew Willoughby and Nicole got together, she fell pregnant, even though Army Reservist Andrew was back and forth from home during his Army training.
In between that time, she fell pregnant and told me that I was the father of the child. I was extremely happy, and from that day on, I believed that child was mine, and I didn't doubt her. I signed the birth certificate believing that was my child, doing the right and responsible thing.
But soon after the little girl was born, the relationship broke down. So Andrew, it was important for you to do the right thing, the responsible thing.
Because it's not fair on the child.
And so he registered with the Child Support Agency and duly paid maintenance of around $100 a week. You're not a wealthy man, are you?
No, I'm a factory worker at Holden's, so I'm not on a huge pay packet.
That's him on the right, and the factory is doing it tough. For some time, Aaron was made to work every second week on just 50% income.
I just kept paying because I believed it was the right thing to do, and I never missed a payment, even when I broke my leg in 2005 and I wasn't getting paid by my employer.
Eventually, he'd paid over $31,000 to the agency for the upkeep of his daughter, but Andrew wanted more access.
So this guy paid $31,000 for a child that's not his to the agency, guys. Now, if I paid $31,000 to the agency for a child that's not mine, I'm suing her for at least a few $1,000,000, guys. You hear me? A few million. Yeah. Probably at least 31 million, you know? $1 million per 1,000. You know? Especially if they're not trying to help me get that money back. Oh, come on now. It's over with for them, you know? But let's continue listening in, though, guys. Let's continue listening in.
In 2005, and I wasn't getting paid by my employer.
Eventually, he'd paid over $31,000 to the agency for the upkeep of his daughter, but Andrew wanted more access.
And my lawyer suggested that I actually get a DNA test first.
There was always that nagging suspicion, given he was away in the army when his daughter was conceived.
It was a big shock when I opened that letter.
When the results came back, there it was, in black and white. His DNA was excluded from identification of the young girl. He wasn't her father. He lost his only child and a hell of a lot of money.
Not only me out of the money, but my mother, that eventually passed away, thinking that was her grandchild. My father, who bought her nappies. My auntie, that knitted her booties and cardigans.
So after 6 years, 600 statements, and more than $31,000,
Okay, guys, so everything he named, that sounds like injury's done. You know what I mean? He can add that right on up. Rock that right on up in his claim. You know, that's injury's done. You need to add those up. Put that out there. Yeah, it's time to pay up, man. He forgot to add stress. You know, he got to add underneath threat, duress, and coercion. It's a lot more stuff you can add on them documents to get it done. You know, to get it done for. So he got to be willing, just like we all got to be willing. You know, but like the agency want him to do is go after the child's mom for something that they gave her. But let's see his luck on that, guys. So let's continue listening in.
Support Agency sent one more letter with the infuriating wording: "You have paid Nicole $31,396 too much child support." But their somewhat insulting letter got better. They asked this ripped-off former dad, "Please call if you want Nicole to keep the money. We will need your permission."
I actually put...
Now, If that's not disrespect, I don't know what is. How you gonna tell that man that he paid $31,000 and too much child support, and they need his permission for her to keep the money? I'm pretty sure he told her no, she can't keep the money. But let's see that they give him his money back after he blatantly told them that they can't keep his money, the $31,000 that they gave to her. Let's listen in, guys. You know, this the fraud stuff that I'm talking about dealing with this agency, man. You know, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you guys got to get fed up, man. You guys got to be ready. You know, this stuff ain't gonna go away. You know, it's just not gonna go away, guys. You guys got to want to fight. You guys got to make this thing go away. You got to make it go away. You know, that's the only way it's gonna go away in your life. Anyways, you got to make it go away in your life. You know, and it starts off with you. It starts by you wanting to fight. You know, but let's continue listening in and see what else happened.
Mission.
I actually couldn't believe that they had the gall to say to me whether or not they wanted me to let her keep it.
You can imagine his phone reply. So then the CSA did a Pontius Pilate. After demanding his money for 6 years, they wiped him and walked away. Hire a...
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys just hear that? He said that after 6 years, the agency just kept his money and told him to get on with itself. Come on now. Come on now. What type of wickedness is that? You know, he was fighting for an additional 6 years to try to get his own money back that he overpaid into, that they admitted he overpaid into, and they still ain't give it back to him. Come on now. Come on now. If that's not wicked, I don't know what is, guys. You know? That's what I'm saying, man. You guys got to be fed up, man. Y'all got to be wanting to fight. You guys got to want to win this. But not only that, let's go back and hear it again, you know. Let's go back and hear it again.
Say to me whether or not they wanted me to let her keep it.
You can imagine his phone reply. So then the CSA did a Pontius Pilate. After demanding his money for 6 years, they wiped him and walked away. Hire a lawyer was their answer. So he did, and they tried 3 separate times to reach her.
She didn't show up. Went to knock on her door a third time and the house was vacant.
So aside from the $31,000, this factory worker was going broke. Again, engaging lawyers and spending thousands.
And that got me nowhere.
And you're further in debt.
Just another $5,000 on top of the $31,000.
So you guys heard that. So he went to try to go after the child's mom. That got him nowhere. You know, this got him another $5,000 in debt on top of that $31,000 in debt, guys. You hear me? So, like I've been telling y'all, man, we got the those who working with me, man. We got to fight, man. You know, we can't take this land down. You know, it's no taking this stuff lying down, guys. You know what I mean? Like I tell y'all, it's not an easy fight, but it's a fight that most definitely can win. You know, and once you get that, you know, once they say case dismissed, boom, we on you. You know what I mean? Ain't no playing around. You know, once they say that, that's all admittance right there. You admitted to your wrongdoings. It's a wrap. Ain't no playing games, man. You know, like I said, what I look like telling you guys to go and sue somebody that I haven't even sued myself, or not even tried to sue, or not even attempted to sue. You see what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. You know, if I tell you guys to sue, that's because I'm in the process of doing the exact same thing. And ain't playing no games, man. I'm not playing no games, and I want the guys who come over here to feel exactly like me. Like, look, man, I'm tired of these people. You know, they ruining my life, and that's how you should feel. Like, I'm not having this no more. I'm not taking this no more. I'm gonna study. You know, I'm gonna do everything that I'm supposed to do, and that's gonna be that. And I'm gonna continue to fight, no matter what. You know, you got, like I tell you guys, you gotta have that drive. Like, man, I'm gonna get off this thing, even if it kills me. You know, if that's the last thing I do on this earth, they not gonna, they're not gonna keep me as a slave. You know, you gotta have that mindset, guys. But let's continue to listen in on some more of this foolishness.
Worker was going broke. Again, engaging lawyers and spending thousands.
And that got me nowhere.
And you're further in debt.
Just another $5,000 on top of the $31,000. Every time I have to search for it, it's $1,500. I did that 3 times, and all the legal fees on top of that. It just, I had to give up. I couldn't afford to do it anymore.
There wasn't much of an effort to track her down. I found her in 2 hours. There she is, having a ciggy on the balcony, living in a lovely new townhouse with her daughter, the one Andrew's paid for, and her new fiancé.
Just seeing if Nicole would like to have a chat with us.
Heavens, Nicole wasn't that hard to find. She even popped up in the TV news last year following a local drive-by shooting.
Extremely crazy, a bit scary, very scary.
But back to that lovely townhouse,
Does Nicole want to talk?
No, she doesn't.
where the atmosphere is, well, a little tense.
Get the cameras off me and live away from me.
Well, I'm on a public road here, so that we're not on your property.
All right, then.
Okay, but does Nicole want to
Don't
talk?
you want me to come down, mate, and we'll sort this out?
Is that a threat?
No,
Is that a threat?
no.
It sounded like a threat.
That's fiancé Glenn Peel. On his Facebook, this miner says he's engaged to Nicole. And we're certainly not saying here that Glenn was a party to the payments. But, as you can see, he's not happy to see us.
Don't talk to me.
Any plans to
Don't
pay the
talk to me.
$32,000 back?
Don't talk to me. Are you invading my private property now by talking to me?
I take it that's a no on the $32,000.
Mate, off.
Funny, the agency policed Andrew for 6 years to pay up, but no such action for the woman who wrongly took the dough.
There it is. You heard what he just said. It's funny the agency policed him for 6 years to pay up. But now, when he's in the right, oh, they got out of there on him. And they ain't saying nothing to her about it. Come on now. Come on now. That man has every right in the book to go in on that agency and win. It's no loser for this guy. If he know what he's doing, it's no loser for this guy. And most definitely I wouldn't do it with a lawyer. You know, I will not do it with a lawyer. You know, he need to study, learn what he need to learn, you know, or come over here and I'll help him try to do it. You see what I mean? And then, yeah, he'll get that remedy, though, especially once they said, oh, it's not his, and they wrote him a letter saying that they took some money that belongs to him and gave to somebody else, took his personal property. Oh, come on now. Come on now. It's crazy, man. This is an easy W for this man right here. You know, but you need to stop going to these lawyers and stop listening to them, you know, because they're not there to help him and they won't be there to help him, you know. But let's continue listening in to this nightmare this man going through. But let's continue.
Funny, the agency policed Andrew for 6 years to pay up, but no such action for the woman who wrongly took the dough.
It just shows what contempt she's got and what a joke the whole system is.
Yes, there is a system in place where he can get it back, but it's not that easy.
Lawyer Sam Macedoni has dealt with the CSA for decades.
It's all black and white as far as they're concerned. They don't do the reverse. I mean, no.
You heard what he said, guys. He said he can get the money back, but it's not that easy. But then he turned around and said, yes, there's a system in place that he can get it back. No, it's not a system in place that he can get it back. He can get it back. And plus more, he can sue for a lot of money, guys. He can sue, really sue. You hear me? Like he said, it's in all black and white. Yes, he got it written in black and white from the agency themselves, telling them, man, we overtook $31,000 from you. If you want us to let her keep it, then give us a call so we can have that permission from you to keep it. If you don't want to, if you don't give us permission, then we can't give it to her out of their own mouth. So there's no way this guy can lose that. It's in black and white, like the guy said. It's in black and white. That's it, man. As long as it's in black and white, hey, it's over with for them if he was to do the right thing. If he was to study on his own, or seek somebody who really want to help, who could help him, you know, who feel the same way about what he's going through, you know. But let's continue listening in, though, guys.
He can get it back, but it's not that easy.
Lawyer Sam Macedoni has dealt with the CSA for decades.
It's all black and white as far as they're concerned. They don't do the reverse. I mean, no, they're not there to help you. They're just there to facilitate payment from party A to party B.
There's something wrong with the system and it has to be fixed. Even if she's on Centrelink and unemployed, maybe they should take $5, $20 a week out of her Centrelink, or if she's working, I can have a tax return. I understand she has a child, but at the same time, I'm $31,000 out of pocket.
There is one woman who can help Andrew Willoughby. Her name, Senator Marise Payne. She's the Minister for Human Services. Her offices are just behind me. So
this woman who he's talking about, not going to be able to help him either. You know, because she's not there to help him. She's there, you know, she's a part of that same system, that same scheme of everything that's going on around him. You see? So he have to go in there and stand up as a man on his own and demand a remedy out of these people, man. They're not going to just willfully give you a remedy. But let's listen in, you know, so we can hear this lady herself, you know, and this bogus response that she get is, man. So he know he ain't getting no help from her. But let's listen in on that, guys.
As a child, but at the same time, I'm $31,000 out of pocket.
there is one woman who can help Andrew Willoughby. Her name, Senator Marise Payne. She's the Minister for Human Services. Her offices are just behind me. So we spoke to her on Andrew's behalf to get some answers.
I appreciate this gentleman's situation and frustration with the process. I have asked my department to assign an officer to work with the gentleman to assess his options. This may include making arrangements to have the department on forward relevant papers to the former receiving parent or make referrals to community legal aid organisations for legal support.
Finally, caught in the middle of all this is a young girl who was told Andrew was her dad. And who knows what she's told now. There are several empty photo frames around Andrew's home where pictures of a former daughter once sat. And there's plenty more emptiness too.
It continues to ruin relationships for me till this day. I have doubts, I have trust issues, so I still am scarred by it.
It's hard, isn't it? You do feel...
Okay, so that's more injuries you can add that, hey, he has trust issues, he haven't been able to move forward in his life, he have nightmares at night. Hey, all those are injuries, man, he can add. You know what I mean? He can add all those injuries to his lawsuit, you know, and really eat them alive, man. You know, this guy, he don't know, he's sitting on a goal, man. He don't even know it. You know what I mean? But like I stated, guys, you know what I mean? We're going to start back fighting more and more and more, you know, for the guys I'm working with. Y'all know what time it is, you know. We're working. We're doing what we need to do. You know, we're getting ready. Even myself, you know, I know what time it is. I'm out here doing what I need to do as well. You know, like I said, I'm going to start sharing some little bit of information on my situation with you guys. For you guys can see that, man, hey, it's no joke with me, man. I'm not out here playing no games, man. None at all. So, like I said, I can't tell you guys what to do if I haven't done it myself. You see what I mean? So, hey, that's why I put my information up here. That's why I share my failures with you guys. That's why I share my victories with you guys. And I'm also share this fight with you guys as well. You know, like I said, but since it's right now, it's going to be an ongoing case, so I can only show but so much. You know, man, I can't show you guys everything. But I will keep you guys in the loop on certain things that I can, you know, that I'm allowed to speak on. Okay, guys? So with that being said, though, y'all continue to fight, man. Don't quit. If you guys need my help, hit me up. And my email at y'allismagnified@gmail.com. You know, let me know your situation. You make that donation. We get the ball rolling. You know, try to get this remedy, man. That's all we going after, remedies. So with that being said, you guys be blessed. Shalom, YouTube.